Plenty of time on the clock. Koch, Sturts, he'll penetrate and feed. It's a three. Down the hatch it goes.
Folgueiras in the lane again, draws the attention. Now gets it back in the corner, and he switches.
He's the key because he keeps the ball out of the paint because of his defensive pressure.
He chases there, lost contact with the
team. A 15-2 scoring run has this crowd stunned right now. The first sellout crowd for Iowa this season. Starts cut off. Folgueiras drains it.
15th double-double. Shot clock under 10.
Consecutive start here this evening. Northwest Missouri State to Drake to Iowa. Banks, Folgueiras.
Few weeks, but it's really going to come down to free throws and turnovers for this team. They have some tools.
16 turnovers in this one. And Sturts had the hot start. Washington has been checking him since. Folgueiras had everybody clear, and he rings in a three.
Get the process underway to get used to it, that when you're playing in a tighter game, that it's not going to be a foreign concept to see how it all works.
The body up, and he's got to get help on the curl. Sanford, the first player in double figures with 11. Oh, driving himself.
Owls here in the second half against the Nittany Lions.
Crucial stat to box.
And down. Sage heads to the basket, sweeps it up top. Folgueiras going to the basket, fouled from behind.
Sturts from Banks. Folgueiras driving.
Combs. And they get it off to Tate Sage. Folgueiras!
That's nothing but net. Really remarkable.
Folgueiras, interception, taking it himself, and throws one down.
Picked up a couple of fouls in that first half, and that limited his minutes. But Folgueiras could certainly make an impact here in the second half. And
You keep playing hard. One of these times you're going to break through. But again, I said it early in the game, you have to earn it against this Iowa team.
Folgueiras on the drive, the finger roll.
600 plus points, 200 plus assists, and 70 plus steals in the season.
Oh, right to the rim for
Tavion Banks, despite that pass being slightly behind him, goes behind the back to Folgueiras.
score. Started with A.J. Storr, John Tonje last year, and now Nick Boyd this year. Really impressive from the Wisconsin coaching staff.
Certainly become a theme and pass.
It's going to be heavy drama in these games, especially if you don't have a timeout and you know the call is wrong and there's nothing you can do about it.
It's really impressive. Really impressive. A game like this, up by 17, still on the floor, creating.
Go. Back in the zone again. They go down low. Folgueiras with the
points on the day.
Well, back to that 2-3 zone. They're going to try to screen the top of it, and Bennett just splits it, and that's too easy.
Folgueiras feel that over from the table here, Jess. 22-17, Iowa leads. Howard taking inside to the paint. Tips it down to Folgueiras. Reverse lay is good.
14 gets going here for the Hawkeyes and Bennett Sturts. Here's the matchup against Thornton.
Important matchup. Thornton on Sturts. Why is that? The physicality and ability.
There's Cale Combs, been dealing with an injury and still trying to fight through it as Folgueiras fights through that deep
games, but it has been a tough year for Oregon. You and I have been around Oregon for a long time, and we haven't seen this ever. Folgueiras with really good teams works, and he feels like that's one of the areas they've really improved at.
Folgueiras fouled.
Now you're going up against the best coaches in the country, and it's going to be a matter, can he consistently get the players that he wants?
About 2 timeouts remaining. Folgueiras in the paint, got the bump and one.
Ryan Bowen, we played them down in Tempe. Jess Sellers, who of course played for Iowa for 12 years. Folgueiras inside.
and he will just keep shooting. Fletcher Lawyers had an up and down season shooting the basketball. The last game against Nebraska, 4 for 17 from 3.
Good slip. Folgueiras, finger roll finish.
Different tonight.
Wide open look and a finger roll. Road trip here that'll take Iowa to Washington coming up next.
You have to
knocked down because both defenses are so ferocious and intimidating.
But Folgueiras is wide open there.
Turn it over. Folgueiras was 7. He's had a great game.
2 minutes into the second half. 10 to shoot. Drop it down to Folgueiras.
75% so far in the second half and holding the Broncos to 22% from the field. It's Folgueiras.
Folgueiras drop step to the rim. Nice move.
Now, sure, there are new faces for the Hawkeyes too, but there is much more continuity and familiarity with their head coach in that system.
The foundation is there, and then you just
5 months, and they can have a special year and pull a ton of upsets and really have a memorable year.
Pass inside.
So that's a good point. Folgueiras to work against the freshman who's only been playing for 3 years, and he's not seen move
Lead and cut off that three-point basket.
Folgueiras lost it. Shot clock is at 7. Folgueiras bounce pass to Banks, who jet.
For 2023 and 2024. Wisconsin native Tavion Banks.
Folgueiras, good spin move inside, dumps it off to Sage.
Outstanding defense against him.
And watch him move.
Oh, beautiful, right on cue.
But if your defense isn't right, they can out-execute you and just slowly build the lead on you.
Sturts!
Downhill, the crowd is into it, and they are competing on the glass. Good backdoor.
And so a big one tonight, a quad one opportunity for both sides and a good backdoor. Whipping it around, Folgueiras down to Banks.
Easy at the rim for Iowa.
I mean, I know he's not Zach Edey, but he's protecting the rim.
Win. Sturts, back cut, beautifully led, and he stores it.
Slow down, Bennett.
And see if they put Connerway in some of those screens. Down low, it's Banks against Tom.
Bounce down low. Combs couldn't get that shot to the rim. Tipped inside, Banks catch and finish.
Inside, Banks just scored. Folgueiras left open. Howard with a 3. Nailed it.
And Sanford forced to give up. Folgueiras can't get it back to him. It's Koch, that hot spot from the corner. He ties it.
John Mobley Jr. back in. He got off to a quick start for the Buckeyes. So did Bynum. The spin on Folgueiras fades away.
The ball, bouncing the ball. It's the vertical pass up the court.
A 28-3 run the last 10 minutes and change.
Into the steady hands of Stojakovic, who's gotten to the rim at will. He's going to try and bully his way in again. Reverse pivot.
Him a little bit too much on the top side.
All the way to the cup. That's West. He's
Close out short to Cale Combs. Great job defensively.
Sar. Working inside. That's short.
A 7-2 game that was just grinding and grinding, and now everybody's making everything. Connerway to the rim. There you go again.
7-0 Hawkeye run. Dr. Johnson in the paint.
Here's Austin Green. 5 double-doubles, but he struggled today. 4 points and misses.
With Carter Welling being out with a torn ACL, he was slid back into the starting rotation. Godfrey forces his way into the paint. The putback.
Jacobson, who's posting now 7'4". My brother from a taller mother, Timothy.
Carroll against Folgueiras.
It could have been one.
Borovicevic now on Folgueiras. Through 3 Hawkeyes, spins, pops, and hits.
First ranked win in 2 years since they beat Wisconsin a couple of years ago in Iowa City. Nolan Richard.
It's a game of his last 3.
Not bad.
On a ridiculous 60% from 3.
Projected first-round pick in the next NBA draft.
Contain and contest shots.
They allow 50% from 2 this year as Mirkovic sinks it.
Points in the paint, forcing turnovers into offense. That's been the recipe for the Hawkeyes in this first half.